Good evening, everyone. Today is a very sad day because HiroArai has announced that he is stepping down and no longer going to be hosting the NGS headline anymore. So that is pretty unfortunate, as HiroArai was one of our main contact windows to get a lot of information from the JP side of things. However, Hiro is not leaving us empty-handed. There is a keyword, is ThankYouHiroArai. You simply just type that in any chat, and then you go to your systems, go to get campaign items, receive item account, and as you can see right here, ThankYouHiroArai keyword giveaway, where we actually get 100 card scratch ticket vouchers, as well as the Captain Rappy accessory. So as you can see here, this is the Captain Rappy accessory. It looks pretty badass. And then of course the card scratch vouchers are literally used for line strike. So you can just head down here to the line strike scratch and you can do a single 10 pull over here. So here we go. Let's do our 10 pull and yeah, nothing good. Whatever. It's not a big deal. I don't play line strike anyway, but nevertheless, it is a freebie. Alright, with that out of the way, let's jump into the NGS headline and take a look at what Sega has in store for us in March. Alright, so the very first thing that is going to be kicking in on March 5th, which is literally the coming maintenance, is of course another seasonal event. Now this is just kind of a rehash, however the seasonal shop is going to be new as we are getting some new cosmetic items available here. But you guys all know the drill. We're going to be running a ton of limited time quests, we're going to be doing PSE farming, you're just going to be killing a ton of mobs in order to earn all these seasonal points so that you can buy out the seasonal shop. Now do keep in mind that there is going to be a limited time bonus scratch Spring 2025 special scratch, and in order to earn those tickets you are going to need to run the new LTQ. Now speaking about the new LTQ, unfortunately it is a rehash of the Flurry of Flowers cleanup operation. I believe we've had this 3 years in a row now, so the map, the mechanics, most of it is going to be relatively similar. However, they did say here that they've changed some enemies and they've updated the trials to refine the gameplay mechanics. I don't really know what that means, but nevertheless you're going to be running this in order to earn all of those treasure scratch tickets because there are a lot of nice cosmetic items in that scratch. But at the end of the LTQ you are still fighting the same two bosses, which is of course the Thunder Bansher as well as the Petal Storm Thunder Banshee. So I'm not expecting too much from this LTQ. It's pretty much going to be the same old stuff. Now something that is new is of course the new relay quest. The relay quest kind of feels like arcade mode to me because basically every 2 days it's going to rotate and it's going to be a totally different game mode. So for one day it might be, oh, kill all the enemies. The second day might be kill all the enemies with Photon Blast, and you have like no cooldown on your Photon Blast and you can keep spamming it and kill a ton of enemies. Other days it's collect all the coins or all the rings, and another day it might be just parkour, get to the finish line quickly. So it feels like it's an arcade mode in a sense where it's just a bunch of different party game modes for people to try out. This is going to be really good content for streamers as well as people who just, are just chilling in town and they don't really know what to do. I feel like relay mode is going to be pretty interesting to just kill the time with. However, it is still worth everyone's time to run the relay quest at least once a day because there will be a daily as well as limited time task tied to this, because there is an event shop which is tied with the relay quest where you play the relay quest, get this other currency, and you can buy a bunch of nice goodies from this shop. Alright, next up is the SG Support Item Select March 2025 as well as the Mission Pass Season 42. I'm gonna be real, the SG Support Item Select came way too late. I don't think it's worth spending any of your SG on this at the moment, unless you are a new player or a returning player and you've missed everything up till this point, then maybe it might be worth it. However, at this point, I don't really think the SG Support Scratch offers anything useful at the moment. As for the Mission Pass, it's just free cosmetic items, so I can't complain there. Now, other than that, there is another AC Scratch, the multi-remix line over here. So it's a bunch of different accessories, eyes, eyelashes, makeup, body paints in a big scratch. Personally, I do not think this scratch is going to be worth it. It's going to be bloated with a lot of items, so the chances of you actually getting what you want is going to be relatively low. You're probably going to need to scratch 40 times and then get the selector to get to pick what you actually want. Now, other than that, there is another AC scratch, and that is, of course, the Punk Rock Pulse over here. I know for a fact that this outfit right here, a lot of people are gonna rock this outfit because it just fits that, you know, goth aesthetic. And I know for a fact that Azu is gonna go crazy and probably get this outfit as well. But nevertheless, this scratch is pretty cute because, of course, of the motion glide cushion. This one is freaking adorable. Now, moving on to the next AC scratch is Divine Darkness over here. I feel like this is kind of a rehash of the Shadow collaboration, the Eminence in Shadow. But you know, sure, I guess. And this princess looking outfit does look pretty awesome. Now, at the end of March, we are getting another limited time quest, the Alpha Testing Zone Operation Part 3. So again, this is another rehash. As you can see from Part 3, it's the third iteration of this. It's pretty much the same. They just said they made the laser parts a little bit easier, and the ranking is not based off time anymore. It's based off how many trials you clear. So hopefully it'll be a lot easier to hit S rank, as the previous version was based off time. So it was like, you know, really DPS dependent. However, I still think it's going to be very DPS dependent, as clearing the trials, you know, the more damage you do, the faster you clear it. But nevertheless, it's nice that they are making it even more casual friendly, and we'll just have to see what it drops, I guess. And then yet again is another AC scratch. I want you guys to count and let me know in the comment section below how many AC scratches have I talked about. So there is the new NGS new voice scratch, which is all going to be English. However, more importantly is they are bringing back the PSO2 Type 1 and Type 2 voice memories. So the voice memories are always going to be in Japanese, regardless of what language you play in. However, there are some very famous voice actors over here, such as Dio from JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. We've got Hu Tao from Genshin Impact. You've also got Saber from the Fate series. There are a lot of very famous Japanese voice actors as well as actresses' voices in these scratches. So if you do care about how your character sounds, it's definitely worth taking a peek at the PSO2 Type 1 and Type 2 voice memories. Now, the next thing they talked about is, of course, the Operation Report. Unfortunately, there's nothing interesting in the Operation Report other than this little trailer over here talking about the new Leciel exploration update that is coming out in April. Now, other than that, in the satellite information, they did showcase there is new merch now available from the Amazon on-demand store. A little bit late for Valentine's Day, but nevertheless, it is pretty cool to see more PSO2 merch available, especially in the West. And then we're getting the PSO2 Global 5th Anniversary campaign over here, where we just get a bunch of freebies for logging in. Another thing they've also made available is the use of Razer Gold in the United States, Europe, and a couple other regions, which they didn't state over here. But this is really important because now you can actually gift other people AC with Razer Gold. So let's say that you've always wanted to buy AC for a family member or a friend or whatever, but you couldn't do that before. Now you can with Razer Gold. This has been a thing in Southeast Asia for quite some time already. So for example, when Emiko or Loot wanted to buy me AC, they would be able to just buy it and gift it to me. And when I logged in, I would just get a nice little notification that, hey, I got some AC. And yeah, it's usually a surprise. But nevertheless, this is a nice addition. So if you did want to gift someone for their birthday or some special occasion, now you can do so with Razer Gold. Next up is the announcement of the next collaboration, and it is a third collaboration with Nijisanji. I don't follow Nijisanji, so I don't know any of the talent over here, but I was very distracted by Nui over here, by her ginormous personality, and so that's great. And then last but not least, ThankYouHiroArai does announce that they are leaving, and this is the last NGS headline that they are going to be hosting. So they do have a nice little montage for ThankYouHiroArai over the years, and yeah, that is it. So in conclusion, March is going to be really dry, and I'm going to be real with you, I'm probably going to be just dedicating myself to Monster Hunter Wilds, as well as, you know, experiencing more nostalgia on Blade and Soul, because Evil Do Us Harm, also known as Levi, has reached out to me, and they want to play some Blade and Soul with me. So we're definitely going to be experiencing a ton of nostalgia on Blade and Soul Neo. We're not going to be staying there full time, that is guaranteed. You know, we're just going to be staying it for the nostalgia, and then the moment we hit a wall that requires us to pay money, that's when we leave the game. Alright, that's pretty much the consensus we have right now for Blade and Soul Neo. And then as for Monster Hunter Wild, you guys have probably already seen a steady stream of videos coming out. I've got like 2 or 3 more videos already scheduled of Monster Hunter Wilds because it's just a really fun game. Let me know in the comment section below of those videos if you guys want me to cover anything in Monster Hunter Wilds, if you're having problems with any mechanics or you don't know if certain systems or how they work, you know, let me know because I'm more than happy to cover that game as I am absolutely addicted. I believe I have 45 hours in that game in the past 3 days. So I've literally woken up and just played the game and went to bed. That's pretty much my life. But yeah, it's a really fun game. Optimization is absolute doo-doo, but the game is really fun.
Special thanks to all the members for supporting the channel. It really means a lot to me. Thank you again.
But yeah, that's all I wanted to cover in today's video. Hopefully you guys found it helpful. If you did, I would appreciate a like and a subscribe, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Bye.